The three suspects accused of killing a Kansas City reporter who was in town to cover the Super Bowl are now facing new charges.
They pled not guilty to manslaughter and racketeering, and court documents show the trio ran schemes across the country. Lily Cummings joining us now live. She's outside of the courthouse. And Lily, how long were these three allegedly working together?
Katie, Charisse, this bill of information that we obtained shows that they may have been working together as late as as early as 2012. And the text messages that are detailed in this document are shocking.
In Jefferson Parish Court Friday, Danette Colbert, Rickey White, and Christian Anderson pled not guilty to charges of racketeering and manslaughter in the death of Kansas City reporter Aiden Manzano. Court documents outline the trio's relationship, claiming Colbert lured victims under the guise of prostitution. White obtained clients and provided security for Colbert, a job the documents label pimp. Anderson sometimes worked as a prostitute and pimp, helping to obtain and distribute narcotics to Colbert. Text messages show it's a scheme they allegedly ran across the country for more than a decade. In August of 2024, a known person texts, "Xanax is scheduled to narcotic, just like cocaine. That's why I don't expletive with them. I'm telling her now she need to learn new expletive." Christian Anderson replied, "Yeah, she do, before she kill a expletive by accident." The text showed the group sending victims PIN numbers, making travel plans, and coordinating drug pickups. In New Orleans, they targeted the French Quarter. That's where investigators say Colbert met Manzano while he was in town covering the Super Bowl. Security video captured Manzano and Colbert outside of his Kenner hotel room, where he later was found dead. Colbert's attorney spoke to us after the arraignment.
It's a positive because it's the first step.
He was asked about his client's alleged prostitution and racketeering outlined in the texts.
Well, I haven't had the opportunity to see any of this material yet, but we've already seen the state's been a little bit far-reaching with what they've attempted to allege. We're going to see whether or not how much of that is actually true as well.
Their bonds were set at $350,000 each. White was denied bond as he's considered a flight risk.
And their next court date is scheduled for September 8th. Guys.
All right, Lily, quick question for you. Colbert was initially booked with second-degree murder charges, to my understanding. Why were her charges downgraded?
Well, Charisse, it all boils down to intent and what the DA's office is able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. Those documents outline a pattern of drugging and stealing. However, it never shows that they intended to kill anyone. So that's why they may be looking at this manslaughter charge. By definition of the Louisiana state statute, it falls more in line with manslaughter rather than murder.
I know that there have been more calls to see if there were any more victims of these people for what they've been accused of. Lily, thank you for that update. We'll have continuing coverage as the case heads to trial. Look for the latest updates on our website, our free smartphone app, as well as our social media pages.